Hey cuties, what's up? We're back with some more reactions after dark, and we of course going to be watching She Dumps Husband for Student, only to be cheated on by a friend, obviously by Stephanie Sue. This is part 2 of this European soccer arc that Stephanie's doing. I don't know if there's going to be a third part. Maybe this will be the end. I think this would probably be the end of this, right? I don't think there would be another one after this. I mean, this video is longer than the last one, so who knows? But yeah, I don't actually have anything to say for the QT today. No, like, not even just random things I saw like last time. You know, the China banning CEO dramas and whatnot. Like, I literally have nothing to say this time around, so... no QT today, and no radical break. I mean, I've almost completely forgotten about radical breaks. Maybe eventually again. So of course we probably will eventually even pass that transition into trying to do these in VR chat. Whenever I get around to doing that, I haven't even tried to play because, like I said before, you have to spend like 10 hours in VR chat to actually be able to upload your own model into the game to use. So, I mean, I can't use B-Lock here till I've played the game for 10 hours, so... I probably could just, like, open it up on my computer and just leave it running for, like, 10 minutes instead of getting on my headset, because you can just play it just straight up on your computer without VR, but... Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it, because, again, I don't have anything to say, really, today. There could be some stuff I would talk about, but... it's not important.
We are back with the part 2 of Wanda Gate. What is happening in football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. But in case you need a refresher, I got my handy dandy slideshow presentation ready for you. The cast of...
Oh no, we have a recap. I mean, of course, we're gonna have a recap. Just in case anyone didn't watch the first video. What even happened? I mean, she's gonna talk about what happened, right? But, you know, this woman dated a guy. The guy befriended a slightly, I'm gonna use the word slightly, because he's not that much younger, a slightly younger guy, almost being like a brother or student to him. Then she ended up hooking up with that student instead, and well, not student, but hooking up with that other player instead, and like divorcing her husband, and probably was already cheating on him with this new guy. And now it seems from the title of this video that her friend is going to come in and steal him from her. So is this like karma, like divine justice? Because it's no justice for him, though, because he came in and stole her from the other guy, and then now her friend is going to come in and steal him from her. You know, because the friend stole her, and now her friend's going to steal him. Just a chain of theft. Marital theft, can we call that?
It's about to get a little bit longer, but all you really need to know is at the center of Wanda Gate, you have Wanda. She is the CEO, wifeager of very famous soccer player Mauro Icardi.
Ah, that's why she's called CEO of all.
Yes. Her weakness, though, you have to remember her weakness above everything else, is the fact that she loves to post on Instagram story, maybe a little too much. It always gets her in trouble. She'll claw her way out of it and then get back in trouble, and it's like this never-ending cycle that just reoccurs for the next decade of our lives.
What's that kind of quote again?
Oh, another family you destroyed, you homewrecker. And then we have Mauro Icardi. Okay, he's the soccer player.
Okay, so we have his stuff. So striker loser / loser. What do you mean by loser? Are we being serious or like joking? Because I'm not familiar with loser as like a soccer position. Superpower, the reassurance post. Iconic quote, La Icardiata. And Telegram chats and censor. I hope she says what it is.
But don't get confused. He's not the first soccer player that she married. This is just the current one that she was married to. Striker, loser. Some people call him a loser. Do I call him a loser? Absolutely not. I'm just giving you what netizens say. His superpower is...
Okay, so that's not...
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the type of guy where you're dating him...
It's not an actual position.
I'm just giving you what netizens say. His superpower is the reassurance post. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the type of guy where you're dating him and you're like, I don't think you love me. And I'm not saying that to be cute. I think you don't love me because I just saw some random girl's nudes on your phone. And then he'll like post you on Instagram. And he'll be like, my baby, above all else, my baby. Daddy, am I your baby? That vibe, okay? That's, you don't know where that's from. But then the weakness, Telegram chats.
Telegram chats. Ooh, we haven't got there yet, huh?
Yeah, we have.
And I think that's someone's name. That must be the homewrecker.
Haven't gotten there. And his next
Because it looks like it says something, maybe like Sanchez or I don't know.
weakness, you're about to find out. Then you have the ex. This
Oh,
is the ex.
Maxi, okay.
This is Maxi Lopez.
Whoa.
So this is who Wanda was originally married to. They have 3 sons together. And then Maxi Lopez, this man right here, decides that he's going to take in... Oh,
Wait.
too soon. Don't look at that. So Maxi Lopez decides that he's going to take in this young soccer player. Maxi Lopez is 27. His new mentee soccer player that's joining the professional league, Icardi, is 19 at the time. So he invites him into his house, home, yacht, dinner table, everywhere. And then eventually he gets
steals his
invited
wife.
into the wife. And they make off. They leave. They divorce.
Wait, can I see his like other things? Can you read it?
Oh, yeah.
His superpower is the ghost handshake. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he will never shake.
Yeah, not shaking his hand.
His iconic quote is, he deserves a punch.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's basically all he says about Icardi stealing his wife is like, he deserves a punch. That's about it, you know?
Wow.
And then his weakness is getting Icardi'd, because remember that's a verb now.
Oh.
Yeah, his weakness is getting
okay.
Icardi. Yeah, he's not that messy. Like, as you can see, there's a messiness score, so he's 5 out of 10. Icardi is 11 out of 10, and Wanda is 10.
How is Icardi only, well, not how is he only, how is he 11 out of 10 and she's only 10 out of 10? Question mark.
10 out of
When
10.
this all revolves around Wanda.
Okay.
2021. Let me bring you back to October. It's a Saturday night. Everybody is ready to just call it a day. Some people are ready to go out to the bars, and everybody gets a notification in their group chat. You got to check Wanda's Instagram story right about now. People go, it's a black background, white text, and it says, another home, you home wrecked, you home wrecker. Some variation of that.
I feel like it doesn't actually say that. Hold on, let's roll me back there. We're going to Google Translate that. So I'm going to be right back. All right, I just want to point out that that is not what it said. This is what Google translates it to. So just so you can see. I don't know if I'm allowed to have this word on the screen, but you already saw it, right? Just into the family you ruined because you are a promiscuous human being, question mark, is what the Google Translate for that says. So I don't know if what is being written there by Stephanie, like, is this the actual tweet from Wanda? Because if so, we just saw what that translates to. So is Stephanie just adding the C word and B word into that for free? Question mark. Because again, it does not translate to that. At least Google says it doesn't translate into that.
It's a black background, white text, and it says, another home, you home wrecked, you home wrecker. Some variation of that. The direct quote, the direct translation is not important. It's neither here nor there. It's an accusation. Another home, multiple homes now, that you destroyed, home wrecker. It's
Yeah, I think she's adding that word for free. But I was saying, this could mean that her friend possibly, like, it wasn't the 19-year-old who ruined her first marriage. It was her friend who ruined the first marriage, and that's why she hooked up with the 19-year-old. But then the friend just comes along and ruins the next marriage too. There's obviously, like you're saying, there's a lot of weight to that statement. It means more than just what you see. Because, like, who was the first family that got home wrecked by this person?
wrong. So people start going crazy. They put hashtag Wanda Gate, and this is the hunt to find out who the homewrecker is. People are like, I'm not going to sleep without figuring out who this girl is.
I swear to God, Stephanie, like, she's adding that word for free. That word does not exist in this context.
Not only can people not understand who did this because they're looking for her, they're actively becoming the CIA, NSA, they're hunting down any clues to figure out who this homewrecker is. The second thing that people don't understand, which is like a byproduct of the first thing, which is who would be insane enough to walk into this mess? Who would walk in to the Wanda Icardi household and think, I'm sure I could just fuck around a little bit. I'm sure I could see what's up. What's crazy is that with this Instagram story, nobody's even really that mad at Icardi.
Really?
It's just like, it's not even a matter of if he cheated or not. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he for sure cheated. But everyone is so
Because he's definitely an F-boy.
preoccupied with finding out who he cheated with and wondering who would be that brave or reckless enough to walk into this fortress, this tornado that
He actually, like, just fully tatted up like that.
belongs to Wanda Queen. Okay, whether you think she's
Oh, his nipples are pierced too. I just saw that. Like, I did not need to see that.
queen or not, she thinks she's queen, so it's about to be crazy. And they start hunting it down. By Sunday morning, there's still not a name. More people are posting on Twitter like they think that these connections are the right threads that we need to follow. Everybody's doing like a group project. And it all comes down to up until that day that she posts this, Wanda had been liking a bunch of people's Instagram pictures. Because, you know, like, that's what they do. Like, you like your friends' Instagram pictures. And so they noticed that every single person that she liked an Instagram picture of, she continued to like their stuff and continued to engage with their things, except for one singular person, an actress. an Argentinian actress. Now, you would think that's not enough evidence because, I mean, just because she stopped to like it, what if they had a falling out for other reasons? Or what if her stuff, just like the algorithm, never fed her the Argentinian actress's pictures anymore, so she just never ended up liking them? This actress is not just any actress, though. This is the one name that can actually make this story bigger than it already was. This was about to be a very, very, very long affair. But like, how do we know it's the actress, right? Well, Wanda goes and she feeds the press the messages that she found in Icardi's phone with this actress. The actress was saved on Telegram with just her initials, CS. Her name is China Suarez.
Okay, Suarez. I thought it had like it ended with a Z from what I could see, but I couldn't quite see what it was saying. I don't know who this is.
And by the way, China's not her real name.
Of
She
course.
nicknamed herself. Her stage name is China because this sounds offensive. I feel like it's offensive. But an ex-boyfriend told her that when she smiles, her eyes go Chinese. Yeah, and then later when that started getting offensive, she like rebranded and was like, no, it's because it's because my grandma is like part Asian and you're expecting her to be Chinese. She's Japanese, part Japanese. But you know, so she calls herself China Suarez and her initials are saved as CS. And it's
Is China from wrestling Chinese? Question mark. I swear there was a female wrestler in like WWE, WWF, whatever. WWF, right? They had to change their name to WWE. But back in the old days, you know, the good days, WWF, it might have been a different finding altogether, but was... Like, her name was China, right? Was she actually Chinese, or that was just the name that they gave her? Question mark.
well, I'm gonna break down the whole relationship with Icardi later, but eventually Wanda comes across Telegram on Icardi's phone. He's never had Telegram. He's mainly on WhatsApp. So why the f are you on Telegram all of a sudden? And like, you know what? Telegram does have a bad rep. So she's like, let me go through his Telegram. She clicks, there's one chat. She clicks that open, and all of a sudden she's hit with a wave, a flood of erotic voice notes.
What the hell is erotic voice though?
Isn't that like exactly what it sounds like?
Like just making noise?
Or like seductive convo over the... I guess I don't send you enough erotic voice notes. Don't you see exposing me like that? Erotic voice notes, nude photos, videos, just like super sexual conversation. Just a lot of stuff. She's taking screenshots of each one. And what's even crazier is that I don't know if her timing is just perfection, but he had set the Telegram up so that every 5 minutes, everything on the Telegram would delete. I don't know if he set it up and it didn't work out, but he had told someone later, this comes out later, that he was gonna set it up so that it deletes every 5 minutes. But I don't know if the code didn't work or if the setup didn't work or if he just never did it because he wanted to keep all of these things. I don't know. But she wakes up, finds all of this, takes screenshots, gives it to the press, and yes, it's China Suarez, but here's the kicker, here's the crazy thing. China Suarez has always been friendly with Wanda.
No.
China Suarez,
it
basically,
bestie?
some people say Icardi'd Wanda. We don't know, okay? But they have, you know, she's been on FaceTime with her, smiling, introducing themselves to each other. Like, they have mutual friends. And they've had some messages where China Suarez is complimenting her daughters that she has with Icardi. Oh, yeah, we're gonna get into all of it. So she posts, she takes screenshots of all of Icardi's messages.
Oh yeah, since we keep just passing these kids along, right? It seems like Icardi stole the other guy's kids, right? They're seen together in group photos with his kids and the new husband. So now that Suarez has stolen Icardi, are they going to have kids together? And then are those kids just going to be passed down to Icardi? Because that kind of seems like what's going to happen, right? Before it would have been like from Wanda to like a third husband, but I feel like that's not going to happen. And now we have the first 3 kids from the first husband, the 2 kids with Icardi, and then whatever kids Icardi has with Suarez, and then it's just this massive family that keeps getting passed down over time, from just, you know, home wreck to home wreck.
With China Suarez, sends them to the press, and then she posts her own black background, white text of like, another family you destroyed, you home wrecker. And people, before the leaked screenshots even
What did Suarez do before this?
come out, they're putting 2 and 2 together. Up until this point, Wanda had been liking China Suarez's posts up until she posts that. And now, if you think about it, that's not really the craziest thing in the world of, oh, just because she stopped liking someone's post, we should just take a pitchfork and hunt somebody down. China Suarez isn't just anyone. She's not like a random actress. She is a very specific person. If you're not from Argentina, the name might not mean like anything to you, but in Argentina, apparently she is like a cultural phenomenon. She's a child star, and she's always been in TV shows that give her the villain role. I guess she has a certain look to her. I guess she has a vibe to her. I think when she was a kid, it's like a very bad thing for the entertainment industry to do, but she's just, she's a big character. She thrives in the bad girl role, and whether that's adapting from being forced into it through her childhood, but she has no intention of wanting to be this beloved, wholesome, likable person. She's hot, she knows she's hot, and she doesn't really care if you think she's hot or don't think she's hot. She just doesn't really care at all. The reason that people were so quick to say that it's China before any evidence comes out is back in 2012. So this is when Wanda
Jesus, that was like a jillion years ago compared to what we're at right now. Because isn't this 2021? So jumping all the way back like almost a decade ago.
Is still technically with Maxi Lopez. China is on a different show. She's about to be like the main lead actress on this movie. And there's this woman named Eugenia Tobal. She's like a beloved Argentinian actress, and she's kind of the opposite of everything China is not. So China has like this very untouchable it girl, but also kind of dark horse energy of she's unpredictable. You know those people
Yeah, left face was kind of creepy.
who are so fiercely independent, they don't have a ton of friends, but then like they have this energy of like, I don't know what's gonna happen if you do have friends, like maybe you just don't like making friends. Does that make sense? She's like a very unapproachable energy where she's just very individualistic and she just does things by herself and she doesn't care if you don't agree with it. Now Eugenia is the opposite. She's very vulnerable, traditional, relatable. A lot of people would consider her wholesome. She's been on TV since like the 90s. It's kind of like the actress that your mother would also love and like would want to watch TV with you with. Meanwhile, China, I feel like moms would be like, why is she dressed like that? Why is she acting like that? You know, like this is not appropriate. She, Eugenia, is not. Now she just goes through a really rough time. She's married, but she's suffering a miscarriage. And during that time, her husband, Nicholas, he's like
This guy looks like Ben Starr.
the Argentinian version of Ryan Gosling mixed with Zac Efron. That's what our researcher said.
He just looks like Ben Starr, the voice actor.
And he's like the guy that every woman wants and every telenovela needed. It's like that kind of energy. So they're gonna star in their own series together. And Eugenia, the wife, she's suffering from this miscarriage, from the loss of a pregnancy. And I mean, he still has to work, right? So while the public, I mean, they made it public, and while the public is mourning with her and everybody is just trying to stay strong for the couple, while Eugenia is physically and emotionally recovering from her loss, there's these rumors that are starting to swirl that maybe Nicholas is not mourning alone, that China, his young, magnetic co-star, is no longer just a supporting character in the show, but is becoming a lead character in his private life. Only 8 months into Eugenia and Nicholas's marriage, they announce their separation. It's front page news for a week, non-stop. This is all everybody's talking about. And then it starts coming out that he has moved on to his much younger co-star, China Suarez. And this is the moment that defined China's image to the public. No, not even that. It gets worse. That's already bad, right? But it gets worse. There's an interview that she does where she's asked on the red carpet of like, how do you feel about this new image that you're having? Because technically people think you broke up a family and you attacked another woman when she was at her most vulnerable. And she's straight
Well, is she just gonna play the villain in her life?
up has this ruthless response of, quote, I don't care about Eugenia because she has nothing to do with me. I was never her friend.
Like, they say, do you confirm?
Response of, quote, I don't care about Eugenia because she has nothing to do with me. I was never her friend.
Do you confirm that you are already with Nicholas, sorry. Since when are you all together? It doesn't matter since when or for how long. Are you in love? That is a closed question. Are there obstacles in the relationship? What are you going through with Eugenia? I don't care because she has nothing to do with me. Yep. So no. There's no obstacle or anything to me. I was never her friend, so I don't care either.
So she's like saying, I don't care. She's not my friend. I didn't, like, she's solidifying her personal code. Most women would think you already broke the code. But she's saying, no, I didn't, because she's not my friend. So I didn't break any personal code. So now all the women are like, first of all, I don't want to be friends with her. And second of all, since I'm not her friend, is she coming after my husband? Most women being famous women, okay? So then they're like freaking out and everyone is like, this is crazy. Again, she just has like no shame. She doesn't try to make a PR statement. She doesn't try to hide. She's just like, why would I do something wrong?
So is that like similar to how Wanda moves or no?
Wanda is like a little goofier. Goofy, not in like a mean way, but like Wanda, I think, is genuinely more
Emotional.
yeah, like a little hot-headed.
Yeah.
But
China is like cold-hearted.
Yeah, China's like, why is that my problem?
Yeah, she just let the villain acting go a little bit too far into her mind, and now it's her personality, maybe, question mark. You know, method acted too close to the sun, and now she is just a real life villain, question mark.
Whereas Wanda is like a little, I don't know, you know, she seems like she emotionally justifies a lot of things, whether you agree with her or not. But like Wanda is like, no, I only did it because A, B, C, and D, and this person hurt me. Like, that's the reason that I think Wanda would give. But China's like, she's not my friend. It's giving more a bit Icardi vibe. Icardi's like, well, he was my teammate, but whatever. It's like very like, whoa, we don't even care. I mean, the scandal was so impactful.
Yeah, two sides of the same coin, right? Icardi and then China. China stole someone's husband and didn't care about the consequences. Like, I don't care about that person. And then Icardi, same thing. I stole his wife. I don't care.
That it actually even hurt Eugenia because the media nicknamed her that poor thing, like that poor girl, right? And
pobrecita, like you poor baby, right? You used to hear that a lot as a child, question mark, around here, because you know we live in Texas, so a lot of Spanish is being slung around. And you just hear it all the time, like when you're actually talking about like babies, right, or kids, right? You poor baby, etc., etc.
It took a decade for her
I was not expecting to see that.
to shed this.
Wow.
For people to stop considering her that poor thing.
Wow.
So this is the whole incident.
So people must hate her then.
Some people still love her.
Dang.
Yeah,
okay.
some people still love her, right? I think it's difficult when you're like a child star because a lot of people grew up with her. Maybe there's a lot of nostalgia. Maybe there are people, I don't know, you know. I'm sure there's
What about the husband? Or do you know much or no?
no, I don't know what happened to him after. But like no one ever hates the husband, right? No one really hated Icardi. They're just like really freaking hated Wanda. Okay. So she becomes known as like a disruptor of sisterhood because she has no sisterhood, nothing. And that's in 2012. They break up. Her and Nicholas break up. Then she has the motorhome incident of 2015. This actually turns her into the permanent threat to the Argentinian family. Like if you had to declare an emergency to your family unit, it's China Suarez. That's what people are saying because this isn't just a scandal. It is like the birth of a meme. It's like the birth of how Argentinians talk about infidelity. So in 2015, there is one woman who is on top of the game. Her name is Carolina Ardohain, but they call her Pampita. She's like Argentina's top model. Think of like the most famous supermodel in the history of the United States. That's her in Argentina. She's like beloved at this time. She's doing campaigns for L'Oreal, Coca-Cola, every major Argentinian brand. She is everywhere. And this is who everybody loves. Oh, side note, she also lost her daughter. So people are like, it's not even just like, oh, she's so pretty. There's strong emotional attachments. People are rooting for her. She's in this 10-year relationship with a Chilean actor, Benjamin. This is like Bradley Cooper when he was like really hot. Not like, I don't know what happened to him recently, like 2010 Bradley Cooper, okay? That's Benjamin. He's on magazine covers. This is like every cologne company is like, hello, Benjamin? Benjamin? Like that's how you know when a guy's at their peak, when they start doing cologne campaigns. Because
Is it? Question mark? I don't know if that's anything I've ever thought about, but like doing cologne means you made it. Couldn't that be like the opposite? I feel like when you see celebrities doing commercials, it's like, okay, well, they can't do anything better, right? They're not like not selling out because it doesn't make sense. Or wouldn't they be like permanently selling out? But like, you know, they have to lower themselves. Oops, I hit the mic there. My bad. Lower themselves down to doing commercials because they need the money? Question mark. I just kind of see it as, you know, they need the money, which means things must be rough.
you know, how are you gonna sell cologne? You can't even smell it through the TV. So he's gotta take off his shirt. So all the cologne companies are like, hello, Benjamin. So Benjamin and Pampita are together, and Benjamin is about to do a movie with China Suarez.
Oh my God, China.
China! God, China.
I gotta look China up.
Oh, let me show you. This is China Suarez.
Okay, the third wheel, the position. Only 9 out of 10 though, even though she seems crazier than Wanda. Well, not crazier, just like they said, cold-blooded. Superpower, not giving enough. Iconic quote, I was just eating an avocado. We haven't heard that yet. Weakness, separated men. I mean, it seems like that, right? She's gonna steal everyone's men. Still weird that her mess level is only 9 out of 10 though.
Eugenia China Suarez. Position, the third wheel. Superpower, not giving a flying fuck, okay? Iconic quote, we're getting there. I was just eating an avocado. He's gonna, like, the minute you know the backstory to that, you're gonna die. Weakness, separated men. Separated in quotes, okay?
Messy level 9 out of 10.
Yeah, separated in quotations, because they're probably not quite separated. Like, she's the one causing the separation.
Yeah. The whole story ends with they're in production, and Pampita reportedly walks onto the production set September of 2015, storms into one of those movie trailers, you know how the actors and actresses have their own trailers, and finds the two together in a state that leaves nothing to the imagination. These were the details later further confirmed by multiple crew members who spoke to the media. Now, what happens next is etched into the cultural DNA of just every single Argentinian in the world. Anyone who follows anything, okay? Pampita is publicly reeling, claiming that she smelled the scent of sex in the room, which, by the way, there is a scent. There is a scent. You think there's not? There's a scent. And so China takes to the cameras in defense of herself. And it was like performance art. I don't know how to describe it. She sits there and she's explaining like, no, that's not at all what happened. She says, quote, and she's so calm. She's no emotion. She's not like passionate. She just says, I was just done eating an avocado. I was just done eating an avocado. I was covering myself with a yellow blanket that I bought from Nepal. And then a person entered the trailer that was just out of their mind.
Benjamin was there also. I was lying down. The yellow blanket I brought from Nepal. Is she just telling the truth though? Is this China? Because again, it seems like China just does not give a crud. And if she doesn't care, why would she be trying to make an excuse? I had just eaten an avocado and a person entered. Completely out of their mind.
What?
So she's saying she's in a trailer. She just finished eating an avocado and she put a blanket on. And in walks crazy Pampita. Out of her mind.
Oh.
She's like, I was not doing anything crazy.
But Pampita said she saw them doing it.
Other witnesses stated, left nothing to the imagination.
Right, they saw them doing it.
Basically, yeah, sure.
Okay,
That's
all
what the reports say. Am I saying that? No. China tries to gaslight the entire nation. She's not an interloper in other people's marriages. She's just a girl with a blanket and a fruit or a vegetable, whatever you want to categorize an avocado. The avocado and the
Is an avocado both? Question mark. Well, is a tomato ended up being both? Question mark. That was like such a debate for like a gazillion years. Is like, is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? And I think allegedly it's both. Is avocado the same thing? It's both? Question mark.
Yellow blanket actually become the ultimate Argentinian shorthand meme for like a high stakes lie. You just know that if someone comes home and they go, I just asked that bitch if she stole my lunch from the fridge and she was just talking about avocados. It's basically saying like, I know that bitch was lying. Like I know they were fucking lying. Okay. Anytime you hear avocado out of context, everyone knows exactly what they mean. They smell a lie from a mile away. And the crazy thing is people start saying it's not even the fact that she did what she did. It's the fact that she's comfortable enough to go to the public and say, everyone, 2 + 2 = 5. And then they turn around and her and Benjamin walk off into the burning house together holding hands. Like they're basically together after that.
Bruh.
So she's like, I don't know what anyone's talking about. I
think that's just her like gaslighting at that point, right? She's trying to just say something crazy and make everyone upset and just like, nope. Like everyone knows I stole them, but I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't right in front of your face.
just gotten done eating an avocado. Meanwhile, she starts dating him quickly after.
Should we use avocado as like a euphemism for extracurricular activities from now on? Just refer to it as like avocadoing or something? I don't know. We can work on that.
Go public. They have children together. They spend 5 years as a couple, but the public never
I guess you should say eating an avocado, I should say.
forgot. They didn't really get to do the Wanda Icardi special. They didn't become so full force that everyone was like, oh yeah, I forgot about how they got together. Haha. Every magazine interview, every red carpet appearance was like, remember how you guys got together with the avocado? Like no one forgot about it. This was just like the forefront of China's career. China doesn't care though. But what's crazy is when people see the history of it, China was not just someone that meets a married man on set. You know how she said I was not friends with Eugenia, so it doesn't concern me? That's actually false. She was actually kind of friendly, at least, to Eugenia and Pampita. She would like their photos. She would have nice little messages with them here and there. And she does the same thing to Wanda. She likes all of Wanda's photos. She messages her about how cute her kids are. Her kids that she has with Icardi. And the irony here is delicious because Wanda built her entire empire on the betrayal, the Icardia, you know? But now it's happening to her. She was the original villain who won the guy and left Maxie in the dust. But now China's coming along. And China is someone who makes Wanda look like an amateur. People said it's like watching a chess master get checkmated by someone who's playing 4D chess. People are like, it's like watching the predator find out in real time that they are the prey. And people were like, it's about to get fucking crazy. And
like I was saying earlier, it's just like divine justice, but like even more so, like, because this is a professional homewrecker, right? It's like her goal in life to steal men from other women, it seems like. Question mark. So they're saying like this is just like her just attempting. I mean, they're probably not even gonna last that long, right? She's probably gonna get rid of him pretty soon. Like her goal just seems to be, I want to take this man, I'm gonna take him, play around with him for a while, and then move on to the next man that I can steal. So how many men has she stolen in total then at this point? See, she has to have gotten rid of Icardi at this point. So who's the next, prey? Who's her next victim?
what do people do when there's two people? They back up the prey. I don't know why.
They back up the
Something
prey.
that we do. You were just the predator yesterday, but it's because you're the prey today.
Oh,
hashtag Team Wanda. Hashtag Team Wanda starts trending globally.
Seriously?
Fan accounts that had dragged her for years and years and years and years suddenly are defending her.
Yeah, China, they call it hey dry foot. Like, you were a hater, turn fans.
Yes, all of
Hater,
them.
turn fans.
All of them are hater turned fans. Journalists who had spent decades calling her a homewrecker are now writing think pieces. Think pieces on how cruel this is to Wanda. People said that she was the villain, the woman who betrayed Maxie. But the entrance of China Suarez into this, Wanda is the victim now. And this is about to become historic. China is someone who makes Wanda's previous scandals look like child's play. Child's play. And you know who's getting out with no scratches right now?
Icardi?
Icardi, of course.
Basically, he forgot about it. He's a background extra in his own scandal that he committed.
Yeah,
he committed the
he's
crime.
a cheater.
He committed the crime.
Wait.
I think it's like just nobody actually cares about these guys. They only care about the women.
And now he's an extra.
Is China still married to or dating anybody?
So she said that they were like just breaking up at that point.
Oh, but she's still kind of together with someone
Yeah,
else.
and then so she like came out to Benjamin and was like, "Hey, just to let you know, that post that Wanda did is about me, and I think everyone's gonna find out soon." And he was like, "You think I didn't know that you're seeing Icardi?" That's how it's been reported.
Wow.
Yeah. It becomes a woman versus woman gladiator match because that's what's.
The heck? Is this supposed to be a Jujutsu Kaisen thing? She put the marks on Wanda's face? Is that Wanda on the left? Question mark.
Society does. They're like, forget Icardi. I don't even know if he's playing soccer at this point. We just need to know what's been going on, and it's about to get crazier and crazier. Now, let me bring it back to the beginning of Icardi in China, how that affair starts. Icardi and China have lived in the same overlapping circles for years. Like, in the world of Argentine celebrities and footballers, there's like maybe a tight-knit circle of 200 people. All the footballers, because we're not talking about all footballers, we're talking Argentinian footballers. So there's like about 200 footballers, their wives, their partners, and then like celebrities who commingle with a lot of the sports people. So there's like about 200 of them. They all follow each other. They all show up at the same events, the same parties. But there's like a massive difference between knowing about somebody and then actually paying attention to them. Now, at some point during late 2020, during COVID, someone starts paying real close attention. One party. The first contact timeline is a little bit murky because we're just going off of everybody's stories, and Wanda's story changes every few minutes, and like it's just a mess. So according to a journalist, this is the person who broke the story, Yanina. She's basically like, there's no comparable, because I feel like everybody in the US that leaks a lot of celebrity stories, they're not really well loved. Yanina is somehow really well loved. So people really like her, and she seems to have a lot of opinions about the stories that she breaks, and like lots.
It's like a TMZ thing, right? Everyone hates TMZ, but I guess this person, they don't like hate her. Which, how big of is TMZ still? Because I feel like I've noticed that they're still around, right? And it's the same couple dudes. I swear I've seen them recently, and it's the same, like, is he like Irish, and the black guy as well? Is that TMZ? Question mark. Because I feel like, 20 years ago, seeing them on TV, they know that it was the same guys, and now 20 years later, they're still out here doing paparazzi stuff, talking about celebrities. So I don't know if they're even still talking about celebrities anymore, if they're talking about like politics, I don't know. But like paparazzi was like you worse than scum like 20 plus years ago, 30 years ago. You were like Satan. Does anyone still feel that way, or does nobody care anymore? Because we're just like constantly. Oh, that's something I could have talked about with the tea earlier. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Because we're all just constantly with phones and whatnot. Like us as humanity, as society, has become the paparazzi. And since everyone is paparazzi, there is no paparazzi, and thus Satan has been killed. Because everybody is Satan, thus nobody is Satan. Question mark. Though I'm assuming people still hate the paparazzi though. Despite that, though, we're gonna like take a quick detour real quick. This is relevant to what we're talking about right now, and bust out a intermission, the QT, because like when I was out the other day, also I probably shouldn't move this down. I don't know if it's too high or not. I don't know if I've been sounding weird or not, but when I was out the other day, yesterday, I had to go somewhere, and it was like 2-hour trip, 2-hour back. On the way there, we're on the bus, by the way. There was a car crash, like on the street. I think it had already happened, but we had pulled up to it. We had to make a detour around. The bus had to go around it, but the bus had like a handful of people. Like it was like pretty full, and I swear, like so many people, like got up out of their seats to go try to look, swerve into the left, swerve into the right, like trying to get like a good look at it, like trying to get in front of the bus to take a look at it. And I'm just like, hello? Like I didn't know what was going on, so I wasn't gonna bother. But even like once I figured out what's going on, I'm like, why am I gonna get up and look at this wreck? Right? Something that's possibly horrible, but it's just just like deers in a headlight. They have to, well, not deer in the headlight, that's the wrong analogy. Just, I don't know, a lion looking at its prey, just like drooling, just to see this car wreck. And it's like, someone could have died out there. Like, why are y'all being so obsessed about some moving? Like, again, I don't like where I was. Like, why are y'all acting like this? To the point of, like, someone, literally, I saw someone take their phone out and record as we were passing by. And they just, like, recording video of the car wreck, which it was a flipped over car. So I don't know if anyone was inside of it. Again, I wasn't gonna sit there and stare at a car wreck for forever. So I don't know if anyone was hurt or not, or what happened with that. But like literally taking out their phone and recording this car wreck, potentially of someone who had died, like, and you gonna post it online? Like, what are you doing? I mean, I'm pretty sure they did probably post it online. It's just like, wow. It's just us as a society is just like, oof, like really? Question mark. And of course, since I've been like on the bus a lot, I've noticed that the cell phone thing is accurate, because my phone is like busted pretty badly, so I don't take it with me actually when I go out. So I'm not on my phone. I mean, I'm just never on my phone. I'm probably like the only human being on the planet who like never uses their phone. I do not sit there and look at it all day. I don't doom scroll on my phone or my tablet. I have a tablet. I don't even use it to do that either. So when I'm out, I'm just sitting there quiet. But as soon as people get on the bus, they sit down, they take out their phone, and they just sit there doing whatever, just scrolling, whatever it is they're on the phone, and whatnot. It's like so crazy just to see someone sit down and they immediately take their phone out every single time. I'm like, wow, society is really like that. They can't just sit down and, you know, maybe look out the window, look at the scenery, just chill, be silent, whatever. No, they have to take out their phone and start doom scrolling. And it's just, I'm just like kind of like, oh, it really is like that. As someone who like doesn't touch their phone ever, it's just like jarring to see that, oh, society is like this. They do spend all day on their phone, which is it's not anything to get upset about. Like, you know, if someone's gonna be like, hey, shut up, don't say that. I can spend all day on my phone if I want to. I was like, sure, and you can do whatever you want. I'm just like, wow, it really is like that. There's just the 8,000 hours spent on cell phone a day thing. There's something else I wanted to say about that, but I'm not sure. I think that's probably just gonna be. Yeah, I just can't believe that everyone was just like, they just had to see what was going on with this crash. Like, just literally getting up out of their seats and like running to the front of the bus to try to see what's going on, and then actually take out their phones to record what was happening. It's like, really? Question mark. Again, like, society itself has become paparazzi, and thus Satan, and thus, you know, if everyone's special, no one's special. So everyone's paparazzi, no one's paparazzi. If everyone's Satan, nobody's Satan.
Lots of verified information. Around 2020, 2021, China is in Madrid filming a new movie called The Lie.
Somebody needs to watch out.
Okay, so she's filming the movie called The Lie, and she is in a rocky patch with her partner. Some people say that.
Is that like the irony that she's filming a movie called The Lie when she did end up lying for whatever reason, just to gaslight, I guess?
Her and Benjamin were separated. Some people were saying like they were separated but kind of still communicating. It's a little bit iffy, and China seems really bored, and she starts scrolling through all the soccer highlights, and like she sees this one guy where she's like, I like what he does on the field. I like how he plays with his balls. She goes to his profile and likes the picture.
Yeah, again, it's just like she sees something she wants, she takes it. That's her life.
This is before she
It just happens that the things that she likes has been.
knows him or knows his wife,
She knows his wife. I mean, they're still public.
but she doesn't know him.
No.
You're saying.
Like, she doesn't really know him. Like, I'm sure they all, it's like, they probably have been at the same events, but they've never been like formally, hi, let's sit down and have a chat. Like, maybe
Yeah.
they were introduced once in passing, like, hi, my name is Zara.
But like, it's kind of,
Yeah.
if someone is famous, you know them. Like, it's like maybe you never talk to them, but you know who they are.
Yeah.
So she hiding him, like she's going in with the intent of starting shit. Because
Allegedly.
it's clearly they're married. You
Yeah.
clearly know this famous person is married.
Yeah.
She's like ready for something.
Exactly.
Dang.
The like leads to a follow, leads to a DM. Now, according to Yanina, it seems like maybe Icardi DM'd first. I don't really know, right? Nobody really knows. Meanwhile, I just have to give you a little bit of context of what's going on. By this point in 2021, Icardi and Wanda, they've had some scandals. This is after like the 5 balls pass. He gets demoted from being the captain. And also he just got traded. I don't know if he was traded or he switched teams or like how it worked, but he was playing for Inter Milan and he was like the lead striker. This was like a huge thing. And then he gets traded into PSG, which is in France, the Paris Saint-Germain team. And he becomes kind of like a bench player in the 2020-2021 season. So he goes from the main lead on a band to basically being a background singer in just a couple of years. King of Milan, face of every billboard in Milan. And now he's just like a kind of like a background guy. Yeah. And no one's talking about him. Everyone's talking about Messi in 2021. Like, he just is, maybe he's having some sort of like midlife crisis at 28 years old. He's feeling invisible. He's looking for a way to feel like a winner again.
28's pretty close to being midlife, right? Because I was saying, basically your 30s are a midlife crisis. Or not midlife crisis, is your midlife. Since, do you really think you're going to make it past 60? Thus, middle-aged is 30. Like, you might not want to hear it, but being 30 is basically middle-aged, if not like your late 20s. Question mark, so, oof.
He feels resentment towards his wife, probably because of all the scandals that have happened thus far. I mean, it's like the perfect headspace for a China Suarez notification, right? So, oh yeah, and Wanda's busy. She's going from Paris to Milan to Argentina. She's hosting all of these, like she's a full force celebrity in her own right. She's on The Masked Singer, Argentina's Masked Singer. She's launching fashion collaborations. She's like managing multiple client contracts. She's making money. She's doing her own thing. They start DMing, and somehow that transfers over to WhatsApp.
Now, how did it go from WhatsApp to Telegram?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, ad.
Opportunity strikes.
Prime. I wasn't expecting a Prime ad. What is this going to be for? Amazon.com/Prime. It's just for Prime. Question mark. It's just a straight Prime ad. Yeah, Amazon.com, just Prime, not even Stephanie specific. I have Prime? Question mark. So not really necessary. It's like the only streaming service we have right now is Prime. Did watch Invincible season 4 recently. I haven't really talked about it. I tried to react to Invincible season 3 last year. This was before I started doing reactions after dark, right? This is during the anime and the lost media of me doing anime reactions, because again I got a YouTube strike, like a hard strike, while I was reacting to anime. And despite all the things I was trying to do to not get striked, I got struck. So I was like, okay, scrap it. We're deleting all my reactions. Which what did I do? I did Solo Leveling season 2, which was that one's an unfortunate one because I actually had a lot of comments on that. Or there's someone who was constantly commenting and talking to me about Solo Leveling. There's this one woman ? Was constantly talking to me, so I feel like I lost that person in the purge of all my anime stuff. It's like, oof, because they're just going on, just talking and talking in every episode of that reaction. I was like, ugh, I lost that, right? And that sucks. I forget all the other ones, but that was probably the main one I did, all of Solo Leveling 2. That's not even what got me in trouble though. It was it the beginning after the end? I think it was one of the episodes of beginning after the end, season 1, which season 2 of that is airing right now. Mediocre show, but most shows, in my opinion, that I watch are mediocre at best. So, that's the one I think that got me in trouble. I was like, fine, just delete everything. Even I don't know if this is even higher up or lower than Solo Leveling, but I was watching To Be a Hero X, or what was it? To Be Hero X, something like that. That one was every episode was fantastic in my opinion. It was actually 10 out of 10. I don't remember if that was a Korean anime or a Chinese anime. I think it's probably Chinese, right? Chef's Kiss on that one, but I only got to episode 6, and then that's when the strike happened, and then I deleted everything, and I never actually went back to watching. I need to go back and watch To Be a Hero X. And it's kind of weird how that fell off, because everyone was talking about oh my god, the animation in the show is 10 out of 10. China is destroying Japan right now. And then after episode 6, I didn't hear anything about it. I don't know if it's just because I stopped watching it. The algorithm just stopped showing me people talking about the show, or what. And the fact that I've said To Be a Hero X several times now, it might just show up my algorithm now, because the computer and all your devices just refuse to stop listening to you. But yeah, again, that was Jesus Christ. The animation quality, the story was good too. And so it's a shame that I haven't gone back to watching, but it's not like it went anywhere, right? I can go watch it whenever. So that's something I need to get around to. Again, if you weren't around, which I'm pretty sure 100% of you were not around for that era, you missed out on the beginning of what got me into doing reactions from the get-go. Because before that, I had to been doing, let me just, I don't know how long I'm going to be talking about this. Before that, I had been doing, a Nintendo Direct reaction here and there. I mean, that's once a year, right? I was doing that. But then at the start of 2025, was it in 2024 or was it the beginning of 2025? I was I gotta get 1,000 subscribers and actually start getting monetized again. It's been too long, right? Because I did used to be monetized back when the rules were different. But then I got taken away. I was oh, okay, I gotta get over 1,000 and I gotta get monetized now. So I finally gave in. I was okay, I'm gonna do reactions. And That's when the anime stuff started. So again, if you weren't around for that, it's unfortunate. You missed the precursor to the Reactions After Dark, and eventually the Stephanie stuff, right? So that's like lost to time, unfortunately. It didn't really last that long. We can go on now.
I'm available in select areas. Terms apply. So WhatsApp is interesting because you get a notification of last seen and online. So when you're on WhatsApp, everyone that you've added knows you're online on WhatsApp or the last time you were online, like a GPS for suspicious wives and partners. And Wanda has the detective skills of a high-ranking.
So what was that?
Like a GPS for suspicious wives and partners.
Oh, she's like suspicious GPS for wives and partners. Okay, I thought it was like an actual like acronym or something. Oh, also just to tack on to the reactions that I also did. I mean, obviously Shangri-La Frontier, season 2. I did that, which, if you don't know, this model that I'm using is from Shangri-La Frontier. So it's why I even made this model to begin with, is because of I was reacting to that second season. That's the only reason this model even exists, is because of that. So that's also something you should think if you like this model. It's because of that show. And also the Red Ranger, whatever, isekai. I don't know what it's called, but like, you know, it's like an isekai where the Red Ranger gets isekai'd, and it's just silly. I think it's also very mediocre. Question mark. I think it maybe could have been better, but I'm pretty sure my opinion of it was mediocre, subpar, whatever. But that's just my opinion on everything almost. Like, it's really hard for me to be like, yeah, that's good. You know, like To Be Hero X, I'm like, yeah, that's great. Amazing even, but everything else, I'm just that guy who's like, it sucks. It's mediocre. It's subpar. It's not great.
And Wanda has the detective skills of a high-ranking intelligence officer. So China is like, we probably need some sort of digital bunker to hide from. Enter Telegram. This is where Yanina, the journalist, like drops the hammer. She's breaking the story, and she explains that it was China's idea to migrate to Telegram, that it was, quote, more secure. And you know, Telegram, she says, this is the place where real crimes happen. So she writes to him, let's go to Telegram. They open up Telegram, they start talking, and well, you know where it goes from there. And apparently Icardi is recycling like the classic unhappy husband's greatest hits. He's out here spewing the,
I don't love her as a partner anymore. I see her more as a mother or like a best friend.
that type of shit to China, okay? And it's reported that after this, China starts sending these husky voice notes where she sounds like she smoked 10 packs of cigarettes, and like these cinematic erotic videos selling him a fantasy, you know? And he's just like escaping into it. And she sends him a message, one day we have to go out and party, you and I, in some part of the world where they don't know you, ha ha ha. You know what's crazy? I don't even think Icardi liked that message, because people like Icardi probably have a really big ego and they're like, what part of the world doesn't know me?
Wait, they leaked the message, like the voice and stuff too?
No, I don't think they leaked the voices. Yeah, it's just the,
okay.
yeah. And so while this is happening, while these messages are just flying into the Telegram vault that's not so secure, is it? China is still online liking Wanda's family photos.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
She's I guess two-faced would be, is that the term you would use here? Two-faced?
And then, you know, Wanda starts FaceTiming a separate friend, like a girlfriend. And that girlfriend is like, seems like she has no clue what's going on, obviously. And she happens to have a mutual friend, China, who's also in the room. And apparently on FaceTime with Wanda, the friend is like, oh, China wants to meet you. And so China comes on FaceTime and is like, oh my God. Like,
meanwhile, China is doing all that
yes.
with Icardi. Wow.
Yes. According to Wanda's story, right? She's literally smiling at the wife on FaceTime. Meanwhile, you know, he's like, ooh, can't wait to kiss you goodnight. Like crazy stuff. Now, we circle back to October 2021. This is like when the Telegram voice notes, erotic videos, they've been back and forth, but they need a little bit more. So they decide that they're going to meet in real time. China flies to Paris. Now, here's the problem. Icardi can't just like stroll out of his front door or bring this very famous Argentinian actress into his house where everybody probably knows where he lives because he's this massive footballer. He also can't check into a hotel pretending that she is Wanda. Like everybody knows.
Yes.
So he needs a wingman who is willing to risk it all to keep this secret. That's where you enter a fellow player, Jacob von
Okay.
Lesson.
Is this guy going to be like a main player in the story or no? Like, is this his only role? Is just the wingman, or are we going to get more out of this guy?
Jacob. Now, this is where it gets Shakespearean, because Jacob is not just some random teammate who's like, I got no morals, I'll be your wingman.
Okay.
He is Wanda's brother-in-law. He is
Wanda's brother-in-law.
Wanda's sister's husband. Because remember, Wanda has a sister named Zyra.
And he's also...
I don't remember that. Her talking about her having sister. So Wanda's sister's husband introduces her husband. So they're kind of like husband brothers. So her sister husband introduces her husband to the homewrecker.
also a footballer.
Yes.
And they're teammates?
Yes.
And he's covering him.
Yes.
Wow.
So imagine,
Bro.
imagine
Oh my God,
Wanda's brother-in-law.
Isn't this gonna like destroy two households then? Because isn't the sister gonna be mad that her husband destroyed her sister's marriage?
Is helping her husband cheat. The betrayal is coming from inside the house. The Nara sisters are up in Milan for Fashion Week, and the boys, no, the fucking the men, okay? They're doing some crazy shit in Paris.
Yeah. That's crazy. I bet they probably be like, you know, I cover for you, you cover for me.
Yeah, because what does Jacob get out of
Exactly.
it? Exactly.
Exactly. And if he agrees to cover something like this, Damn.
So he goes into the hotel room first. And then Jacob stays in the car acting as like a human shield in the hotel parking lot. I don't know if he's like getting her a room card so that she doesn't have to go to the front desk, but he's like standing guard. Some reports say that he even slept in the car to make sure nobody caught them.
No
Okay,
way.
so this Jacob is like so determined.
No, this is crazy. This is crazy.
It's like what again? Yeah, what is he getting out of this? Because it's not just bros before whatever, right? It can't just be that, right? So what does he get out of this?
Yeah, it's insane.
Wow.
Now, there's no like smoking gun paparazzi photos of them entering the room together, but we do just have a lot of reports coming out from random people in Wanda's circle, in Jacob's circle, like everybody, and they're piecing together that this is what's happened.
Do we know what Wanda said about her brother-in-law and sister and
No, but they will get a divorce, most likely due to this incident.
sister?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there was no way that was not going to happen. Like, you literally ruined her sister's marriage. There's no way they also don't get a divorce. So, double divorce.
Jacob and the sister get a divorce. And it's crazy because you'll see why it's crazy.
It's crazy that we're not even halfway through.
Now, when all of this hits Instagram, no, I'm just fast forwarding again to the black screen, white text, another family you destroyed, you homewrecker. That
Stephanie just like saying that word.
Instagram story. By 3 p.m. the next day, Icardi is trending globally on Twitter. By 5 p.m., China Suarez is trending, and people are flooding her comments with "You're a homewrecker. You have no shame." It's like total social execution. She's got the digital scarlet letter painted all over her feed, and Wanda, being the tactical genius that she is, she just goes silent. She lets the internet do the heavy lifting. She lets everybody's imagination and their rage fill the void, and then
Yeah, but I mean, she knows what she is, question mark. Right? I mean, that seems to be her main goal in life, is to just steal other guys, so.
the next day, Icardi decides it's time for me to make my move. I've been silent far too long. Sunday, the next day, he posts a photo of him and Wanda cuddled together.
Okay.
And the caption is, "Happy Mother's Day, Mama."
Yeah, just is like, happy day, mama.
No, I will say Mother's Day is in October in Argentina. I know we have ours in May, but...
Did I say happy birthday? Is it happy day?
And then
Something.
another photo of him gazing
Mama.
lovingly into Wanda's eyes. And this is a picture that was clearly taken from Milan. So a lot of people are piecing it together like they're not actually together today.
Oh.
He's posting old photos with hearts and "I love you" and all of this. And these posts will later be memed into oblivion. And Wanda is watching, the whole world is watching, and people are like, is she going to fall for the bait? Is she going to forgive him? People are like, we got to know what's going on. He lets his post sit up for the full day. People are intrigued. Maybe his public plea is going to work. And then Monday, October 18th, in a final desperate move to like prove his loyalty, Icardi unfollows every single person. His following count goes down to 0. And then bing, to 1. Only Wanda. This is publicly, like, you know someone did some shit. Like, when they're only following their partner, you're like,
But
are you
like,
okay?
that's like the best you could do about
Yeah.
like the whole thing, really?
That's what I'm saying. And actually, this becomes a whole thing with Icardi. He has a tendency to increase his followers when life is going well, and then back to 1 when it's not going well. So it's kind of like a, where's the relationship status marker for Icardi?
Does it just like add everyone back afterwards? Like, then what's the point then if you're just gonna add them all back eventually?
So he's only following Wanda. It's silent. Monday, she posts
And doesn't that just like prove your guiltiness? Question mark.
one picture.
Cool post one.
Wanda.
Good day.
Simple, clean, devastating. It's her left hand resting on a surface, fingers spread out,
It's actually not resting on a
and the
surface.
fingers empty. The caption reads, "Good day. I prefer my hand without a ring on it." So it's not like passive. It's
Yeah.
pretty aggressive, you know.
Yeah.
And this post does so much damage. The comments turn into a war zone. People go back to Icardi's Happy Mother's Day post, and they're just like fighting like hell. Some people are saying forgive him for the kids. They're like, she update, she didn't forgive him. Like, it's a whole thing. And then under her thing, everyone is commenting on threads. They're reposting her story, and they're like, queen, fire emoji, clapping emoji.
Except for the fact that she literally did this. Well, I mean, Icardi came in and like stole her from her husband. She literally destroyed her marriage with another man, assuming he's actually a good guy, right? She was already the villain. It's just like crazy to be like, oh, you know, queen, when she was already doing like evil. And it's like, oh yeah, now that evil's being done to her, it's like, oh yeah, queen.
Emoji. People are like, what an icon. Fuck that guy. She's so right for that. And then the day after that, she's spotted. Paparazzi spot Wanda leaving the Paris airport. And people are like, where's she going? Is she going to Milan? Because like at this point, home is Milan because he was playing in Milan for so long. So she likes Milan better. So is she going to Milan? Is she going back to Argentina? Nobody knows. But the image of her leaving Paris at that airport, the message is there. She is done. She's over it. She's done with him. But Icardi doesn't quit. He keeps posting Hail Marys. He's posting the super raw, painful caption. Thank you, my love, for continuing to trust this beautiful family. You only heal when you have forgiveness from those who hurt. Then he posts another picture with her hugging and he writes, hold me tight and never let me go. And then
Could this be like gaslighting, but like China? Like, because China was doing the same sort of gaslighting. Is he gaslighting?
China, she starts speaking up. So everyone's like, what is happening? Okay, so China finally goes onto Instagram. She's waited like a week and she starts posting and she says that, I'm just gonna read it to you. Okay, so she's like, what's happening today has behind it such a much bigger and deeper story. One that surely many women will identify with. I've had to deal with men whose words I believed, that they were separated or separating and that there were no conflicts. So she's basically saying,
I'm like, how many times are you gonna get fooled? Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, hello? How many times do you need to be? You're gonna pull that card until it's like, you doing it on purpose? Question mark.
Cardi told me they were not together and that his wife Wanda knew that we were together and like doesn't really care. I feel in this situation an internal feeling of deja vu where I'm once again paying with my reputation for issues that are in the personal domain of any woman. So she's like, a repetition that exposes my inexperience. She's like, I'm just so inexperienced with men. It's not a pattern of behavior of me, entering people's homes and stealing
This is more gaslighting.
husbands. It is a repetition of inexperience and above all, the profound trust I gave these men who then kept silent, letting the wolves eat me. Huh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And she's also like, it's easier for the other woman to hit me and let off steam. So she's saying like, Wanda is mad at me when her husband told me that they weren't together. She says, I repeat, my constant silence to preserve my family ties, which have always been my priority, worked against me. But today I don't want to be silent anymore because I know we are many women to whom this has happened and whom the external gaze judges. Yeah. And she also says that she didn't provoke anything. She said, what happened is a situation that I did not start, didn't encourage, and didn't provoke. Now, I will...
Didn't she say that that's actually the opposite of what happened? She came in and, like, saw Icardi as prey and then, like, pounced? Question mark.
The comments were split on this. Some people agreed with her message. I think, like, it's so nuanced, right? So some people just full on, because they agreed with her message, they decided that she was right. So they're like, go off, expose the double standard, which, like, true, right? And then a lot of people were in the middle where, expose the double standard, but maybe not from you. Maybe you should not be the messenger. Maybe we'll have somebody else take over.
Yeah, because like, it's her life goal to prey on taken men. Like, she's not the one she should be talking about this, because it's not what's actually happening. You probably are doing this on purpose.
From here, right? So it was kind of...
And have been doing it on purpose your entire life.
Like, I think that's the more appropriate response. And then you...
Including the very first time you said this, like, you said you didn't give a crud about the other woman, then, like, it's none of your business. Like, she can screw off.
From you. Maybe you should...
So, I'm pretty sure, like, this is on purpose.
Not be the messenger. Maybe we'll have somebody else take over from here, right? So it was kind of like, I think that's the more appropriate response. And then you had the other side that was like, Pepita warned us about you, you stupid slut. Okay, so there was like it was like vastly different fights happening in the comments everywhere. And always, I will say, women do get the short end of the stick. And yeah, the double standard is there, but that's not the point right now. That's not the point right now. A day after China's post, Wanda is absolutely not in the mood for any shit. So then she posts a collage on Instagram, just old photos of her, and these are old Instagram photos that she and Icardi have posted during that timeline. So she's saying,
Wow.
What was that one?
Yeah.
What was that one in the middle?
and Icardi have posted during that.
I was like wondering if this is like them with the other guy, but it's not. It's, this is Icardi, I think. Question mark? I can't tell. And that's him there. I don't know who all these other people are. I was like, is the other guy gonna show up at some point? But I don't think so.
That timeline. So she's saying,
while Icardi was flirting?
Yeah, she's saying, oh, China, you believed that we were not together? Well, here's us kissing in front of the Eiffel Tower that we posted while you guys were talking. Yeah, and she wrote a caption that says, don't lie and say you thought he was single. I'll take care of my family. Life itself will take care of the little horse. Yeah, so she called her little horse. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the phrase, but again, we're assuming she cheated on her husband with Icardi, so it's like, I don't know.
My Argentinian researcher said, in English, like little horse, it kind of sounds goofy.
Sounds pretty strong to me.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's like fuck and the Korean word for fuck. It's like even more like dense and strong. But yeah, so she was like, life will take care of the little horse. then you think, okay, we're probably done for a little bit, right? Like maybe everyone will go and recoup, get in the right headspace again, just relax, decompress, and then come up with a game plan. They don't do that. They don't at all, because Icardi then takes to Instagram once more. I think that we should throw his phone into the river or something, or put it at the very tippy top of the Eiffel Tower and see if he can get to it, because he just should not have access to his phone. He posts a photo of him, and he's like awake in bed. And then you see Wanda, who is shirtless, but she's flipped over, so you only see her bare skin on her back, but you see her blonde hair. And she's hiding her face, he's got his shirt off, and it's like a very intimate photo.
Yeah.
But he writes the caption, when you're in a single mood on Instagram, but at night you come asking me for my forgiveness. What are we, Wanda? It's not very clear.
This has to be like made up, right? Like he's just grabbed some random photo and then is using it to make it seem that way. So you're trying to control the narrative, but it actually isn't what's true, right? He's just being an F-boy.
He's literally trying to publicly shame her. He wants the world to think while she's playing the scorned wife online for her followers, she's privately crawling back to him every single night. But the fans are confused. They're like trying to can I tell you how crazy this drama got? People started becoming hand experts where they were analyzing the length of Wanda's nails to see if they were taken at the timeline. So people are like, is this a current picture of Wanda?
Yeah.
Or is this an old picture of Wanda? People don't know. So they're trying to investigate and do all of this. But regardless, it does not work in his favor. Fans are pissed off. They're like, even if it's not real, when you have been cheated on, there's so many emotions. Like you might go back and forth, and that's her fucking prerogative. She can do whatever she wants. That within minutes, he panics and he deletes it. And then he puts up another pathetic Instagram story where he says, I'm going to sleep. Good night, everyone. And for his grand finale, he unfollows Wanda and boop, following is 0.
Damn, the guy can't make up
That one's just weird.
his mind.
No, it's like watching a car crash in slow motion where the driver keeps trying to like fix the bumper while the car is on fire, and you're like, just leave the whole thing. The car is on fire. You should just leave. It's gonna blow. Okay, but he just keeps trying. He just keeps trying. And then 9 days after that, after all, like, it just seemed like the entire country was fighting. Can I tell you a funny side story? My Argentinian researcher was like, this is crazy, because back then when this was happening, she was so invested in the drama. And she had, I don't know, like, I don't know if she wants me to say, but she had like X amount of followers. And these are all friends. Like, these are just friends and family and mutuals that she had. And she posted something where it was like talking about the double standard of like, we should all be mad at Icardi. Like, why are we mad at everybody else?
Sure.
Like, he should be the first person we're mad at. And then we can
I'm on the boat. We should be mad at everybody. Wanda, Icardi, and what's her name? Suarez?
be mad at other people, something along those lines. And she lost 30 followers. And she's like, I'm losing my own friends and family to this drama. She said she was so shocked. She was like, what the hell is happening? I mean, this really divided the whole nation. People were up in arms about it, which makes sense. And so 9 days after all of this, okay, Wanda posts a picture of her with Icardi. And so, I mean, she had been doing this before, so maybe this is an old picture that she's recycling and she's trying to make a statement. However, the caption reads, I have nothing if I am not with him. And the internet said, what did you just say? For the
There's no way they're still together, right?
past however long, over a week,
Yeah.
everyone has been living inside this drama as if it were their own life, as if they were either Wanda, China, or Icardi. Everybody picked a person. It was a choose your own player type of video game. Everybody was going to fight random assholes online until 3 a.m., just refreshing feeds, commenting back, having internet fights. And you're back with him?
What if like it was all just like not real and it never happened? I don't think that's what's actually happened yet. But what if it was like him and Suarez never even did anything and it was just some sort of, I don't know, crazy publicity stunt? We've seen that before, right? Where people are just making stuff up that didn't happen just to create drama online to get, you know, views, popularity, whatever.
You're just gonna be together again? Fans who had been posting hashtag Team Wanda for 9 days felt completely blindsided. Then she does a full post where she explains that she was really hurt by what happened, but they looked at each other and realized that they could not throw away 8 years of their lives together. They had actually gone to the lawyer to divorce.
What about your first husband, though?
And Icardi had accepted all of her
You didn't stay with him after what happened. I mean, he probably didn't want to stay together, though, right?
conditions for the divorce. But then she says that he wrote her a letter that made her change her mind. She says, he wrote me a letter like no one has ever written to me before. I gave you everything and you have everything. I hope you can be happy because that would make me happy. That's what he wrote, or at least part of what he wrote. And there I realized something, that having everything, I will still have nothing if I'm not with him. Everyone's like, be so fucking for real right now. Like, we're getting pissed off, okay? We're getting really mad. These are like the TikTok couples. Not couples, but like random couples that go viral on TikTok where the wife is publicly shaming her husband. And guess what? The public comes to shame her husband with her. And then she turns around and gets mad at us. She's like, you don't know our relationship. And I'm like, you just told me he's so mean to you.
It's kind of like the whole thing, not only I'm allowed to be mean to the person I love, you're not allowed to be mean. Only I can be mean to them.
I was looking out for you, okay? That's what she's doing. She's turning around and she's like, you guys don't know us. We're not gonna throw away 8 years of our lives. Like, I love this man.
So right now we're still at 2021.
Yeah.
We're like 10 days
Again, what about your first husband?
into the drama,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
And you're saying there's still like 4 years to go, 5 years to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that, I mean, there's still a lot of video to go. I mean, there's 32 minutes of video to go.
Yeah, and so the comments are a mix of shock, anger, something that feels kind of like grief. Everyone's like, why am I sad? Like, well, I just feel weird. Some people are saying, I feel deceived. I feel like I was betrayed. People were just, they were going through it. And then finally they said, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's just let them do their thing. October 26th, that reconciliation letter gets leaked. That letter that changed Wanda's mind gets leaked. Okay, that I have nothing if I am not with him post. The little cozy photos, okay? So everyone's like, let's read this fucking letter. Let's read this letter. Let's send it to all the guys who have fucked up and see if we can learn something from this.
How did it get leaked unless one of them posted it online? Like, how else would it have gotten leaked otherwise? Is this like not a publicity stunt for them? Because it doesn't make sense that it got leaked.
Yanina, she's the one.
Because I'm assuming this was she's a handwritten letter. So who would have gotten this letter to leak it other than those two? Unless, I mean, maybe Suarez maybe got it. I don't know.
That leaks the letter, right?
Honestly.
What? Who?
Let's send it to all the guys who have fucked up and see if we can learn something from this. Yanina, she's the one that leaks the
Is that the paparazzi lady? Like, how did she get it?
letter, right?
Honestly, I don't understand.
Yeah, people said the minute that Yanina even mentions your relationship, just get a divorce. Because, like, there's gonna be more shit that comes out. Yeah, I'm expecting something deep. But he goes with the H&M defense. You're like, what? Let me read you.
What?
Okay. Which, side note, there's a saying in Argentina, which is, love is blind, but the neighbors are not. So this is like the prime example of that. Where maybe Wanda reads this, and because she's so blinded by love, she thinks it's great, but the neighbors are watching and they're like, what the? That is not love, okay? So inside the entire letter, all he is saying is that I gave you fucking everything. I'm rich, and you're out on jets buying Birkins, and I wear H&M clothes. And you don't even know that I buy my socks in bulk. What? Okay, what's going on? And then he was like, and after all of that, you still took these Instagram letters, like these Instagram messages and Telegram messages that mean nothing to me, and you ruined everything. Like, you went to the press, you overreacted, and you ruined everything. And he even throws in there, I hope the next footballer is 1% of what I was with you. You ruined everything over a shitty chat that meant nothing to me. You're blind and you can't even see beyond the phone anymore. You
So
just,
it's like a very mean message.
yeah, you just look at stupid things and send information to the press.
Yikes.
Everyone's like, this made you want to stay with him? That is crazy. But then people dug up.
It was the tone really like that though? But yeah, it is like pretty screwed up.
Like this whole thing that Wanda had said, and she said that you know, the bar is low, but we're making it lower, okay? So Wanda was like, I just want a guy to write me like a handwritten message, love message.
Huh? And she said that somewhere, and so he did it, and it worked.
So I
That's
guess
all
it
it took?
didn't matter if it was mean. She just really wanted a handwritten note. So then now we think, okay, we're done. It's been a little about a month.
How many people nowadays can even write a handwritten note? Question mark. I'm pretty sure like everyone still can, but I probably have mentioned before that the literacy rate, is that how you say that, has plummeted, at least in America, right? Allegedly, there's teenagers who can't even read or write in America right now, so oof on that. So that's gonna be rough. And if anyone's seen, is it called Phil of the Future? On Disney Channel, like 20, 30 years ago. I don't think it was like quite 30 years ago, but 20 years ago. 20 plus years ago. Phil, I think the plot is Phil is from the future and he's gone back in time to current, like the current year, 20 years ago, so early 2000s. And, they have all this crazy technology in the future or whatever, but yeah, I think he should trying to make sure that no one finds out things from the future. I don't know. But he's unable to write, I believe, right? Maybe he can read, but he cannot write because they have no need for written language in the future, that everything is just done via typing or computers or what have you. So he's literally incapable of writing, and I'm wondering if that's going to be something that happens to us at some point, or at least maybe cursive, right? I don't know if they're still teaching cursive, but once cursive gets erased, like what's next? Like actual, print, right? Are we going to even still be able to print, or is it just going to be Phil of the Future where we are no longer going to be able to actually write words? Which doesn't really make sense if you really think about it, but maybe it's something that can actually happen where we just don't spend any time writing, and thus we don't know how to. Or at least our writing will be chicken scratch at most / least. I don't know how we would say that.
All of this has died down. We already digested the I shop at H&M while I'm a millionaire letter, and everybody has kind of calmed down. And then boom, Wanda and Icardi state that they're doing an interview. And it's not just any interview. They're going on the Susanna show. And if you're not Argentinian, Let me explain. Susanna is not a talk show host. I mean, she is, but she's like a cultural institution. She's like Oprah, Dolly Parton, Wendy Williams, all into this one champagne-loving entity that like exclusively seems to wear animal print. Like that is her. She has been doing this for over 50 years. Multiple generations have grown up watching her. She's interviewed the likes of everybody. She'll interview footballers when they're in the midst of a scandal. She'll interview soccer legends. She interviewed Messi. She'll interview Sharon Stone, Hollywood stars, presidents. I mean, her range is insane, okay? When you go on her show, it doesn't matter if you're 15 or 75. On any given night, 5 to 7 million people are watching her. Oh yeah, like even your dog is watching her. Everybody's watching her. And she has this way, I only know a few people who know how to do this, and they're not even like professional interviewers. She has this magical ability to ask the most intrusive, offensive question that if anybody else asked, you'd be like, oh, so you want to get slapped because you're a dumb bitch, okay? But the way she does it is almost like a confused aunt. Like, you have to explain it to me because I'm so lost. Why are you a home-wrecking ass hoe? Like, it's kind of like that. Like, it's just like...
It's just like that. That's good.
No, like...
Do that again.
If anybody else said this, people would be so offended. But she gets away with things that no other interviewer, no other journalist could ever get away with because it just doesn't feel mean. So Susanna enters the chat, and this is... It's like the Epstein files where all of them be going on like 60 Minutes afterwards to be like, I barely knew Epstein. I thought he was a creep. I met him once, you know, like that type of vibe. It's like you go to Susanna so that you can get the stamp of approval. Because that's the only reason. If Susanna looks at you and looks at your responses and says, no, I think you're lying, then the whole world is going to hate you more. But if Susanna looks at you and gives her stamp of approval of like, okay, I think that you just meant well, but it didn't come out correctly, then you get all this sympathy. I mean, I could honestly do like a whole 10-part series on Susanna and her lore. She's like the final boss of all the Argentinian celebrities. She actually sat through an entire interview with this renowned pianist, and she keeps like showing him these photos. And she's so enthusiastic. She's like, here, look at this photo. Look at this photo. He's blind. She didn't know. The whole interview, she didn't know.
What? What was he saying? Was he just playing along with it?
Nobody told her.
What?
So she just like keeps trying to show him things like visually. And then near the end, she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was like, but for some reason, again, she doesn't do it in a way that's offensive. Like, it was not like this really, whoa, why are you doing this? This is highly inappropriate and offensive. And like, we're actually very upset with you. She just seems like she always means well. So when Wanda and Icardi announced that they're going on Susanna's show, everybody is like, oh, we know what they're doing. They're trying to save the brand. They're saving their relationship, family image. They're trying to get out
But does she want to save face for them or what? I feel like she wouldn't want to save their face.
of the trenches and move back on, and they're going to the Vatican of gossip. That's what Susanna is called. The interview is done at a 4,300 euro a night suite in the Ritz in Paris. The Eiffel Tower is just like glowing in the background, and Wanda's in there with an emerald green suit. She looks glamorous.
Is this situation? Because I don't see emerald green. I see like a lot of yellow. The saturation might be off or something on this video. So the canary yellow color on the hair seems a bit much, question mark. I mean, it seems like a fake yellow, but maybe it's not. Yeah, her dress doesn't look emerald. I don't know who is supposed to be emerald here or who's supposed to be Wanda, which one, because you can't really tell. But yeah, that's a yellow and pink outfit on the right there. At least it looks yellow and pink, and with a little bit of green, you know, like a little bit of green right here. Is this supposed to be green, but the saturation and contrast are so off it looks like black?
But also ready for some sort of battle. And she explains that she feels really sad about calling China a cunt. She takes it back.
Again, I swear to God, she didn't say that word.
And she says,
I don't care about her saying it. I think it's just funny that she keeps saying it, but the sentence that we were given doesn't actually use that word at all.
the first thing I did after I posted that story was I called China and I asked for forgiveness because I used a word that was not very elegant. Nobody believes her, by the way, because then she later goes on to say the little whore, you know, so everyone's like, okay, weird time to lie, but that's fine. And when Susanna asks, like, but were you friends with China? Because that would make the situation worse. She says, we were cordial. And then she does the knockout. If it were me, I wouldn't have written those messages. So Wanda is basically trying to be very polite all of a sudden, very professional. And she's saying, if I were China, I would not send those messages showing off my tits and stuff. Like, that's the vibe. She's giving 5 million viewers, like, I would never stoop to be a side chick. You know, and she's rewriting all of these past scandals. And she lays out how she discovered the whole thing. She said that she had just grabbed Icardi's phone because she wanted to get a picture of their daughters off of his phone to send to herself. And she saw these notifications pop up. So she clicked open Telegram, and that's how she saw their chat messages. And she confronted him on the spot the day of. She scooped up all 5 kids, so the 2 daughters that they share and the 3 sons that she has with Maxi. She goes straight to Milan on the first flight that's available. Icardi chased her down, begging her to think of the family and just all of this. Oh, and then Susanna's like, you know, I heard a rumor that he was willing to ditch his soccer team, like quit soccer for you to take him back. And Wanda just snorts a laugh and she says,
Isn't that where the money comes from? Why would he do that? And why would she want him to do that?
told me that, but who knows if it's true. At this point, she explains the whole Paris hotel situation. Wanda says she has known This is like not a good look. But she says, I've known Icardi since he was 17. Again, not a good.
Yeah, like zoom in, like, you know, pulling your collar is like, that probably shouldn't have said that. I mean, we already knew, like, I mean, he's been around even before that, hasn't he? Question mark. Like, she's probably known him even younger than that. She just picked a number that was not too low, but I'm pretty sure she's probably known this guy since he was, like, much younger than that.
Great thing to start with, okay? But she says that she can tell when he's lying. She can tell when something's up. And he told her nothing happened in that hotel with China. They were in the hotel room, but nothing happened.
Sure.
And Susanna's like, how did nothing happen? And she says, because he had a really bad fever. He was not in a state to even do anything.
Now what the f is China doing there?
Exactly, just taking care of his fever.
Well, yeah, and also just passing the contagion to her, question mark.
And then at the end of the interview, Icardi walks in and
That was so uncomfortable.
he gives Wanda like a sloppy.
Okay, so this is Wanda. Okay, so I couldn't tell who was who here, like I was saying. So the lady over there is the interviewer, and this is supposed to be the emerald dress, but it just looks black, and I think it's just because the color grading here is off or something. I don't know.
Kiss, and they sit next to each other, holding hands, acting like they are the most solid couple in existence, and they're trying to sell us this story so damn hard. And afterwards, everyone's just fatigued. People have their opinions about the interview, but overall, everybody's exhausted. They're like, if you want to burn your house down, just don't involve us next time. Like, we were just part of the play, and we didn't like that, so just go and do your own thing. And then a few days later, China does her first real interview. She goes on to speak with another journalist, Alejandro. He's like a veteran interviewer known for long-form serious conversations. He's not as known for gossip and scandal. He's more known for like philosophical one-on-one conversations where he lets people talk for like an hour without interrupting. And so China is already sending a message by going on to him. Like, this is not tea spilling. I'm just trying to have this it's like going on 60 Minutes versus, you know, going on a chill interview. And the only thing you can get out of this interview is she doesn't address anything. She just says, I don't feel the need to give explanations. I will only give explanations to my kids, not the press, not the public. I don't even think I need to explain myself to my partners.
Sure, I mean, that's basically how she's been living her life, right?
That's not who I am. And that's it. And people were like, you're actually insane, okay? Like, you can't say I don't like to give explanations to my partners when you have like a very murky dating history. Like, you sound like you're trying to be women empowerment, but everything you've been doing is like kind of not that. So it's very confusing. We're just a little bit confused right now. And so people get even more mad at her after this interview. She gets dropped by a bunch of brands. She's like a PR walking hazard. China's like going through it with her career. Icardi's also going through it with his career. So like, he's a repentant dog is how people were describing him. Yeah, he won his wife back. He's allowed back in the house. He's out of the doghouse. But like, at what cost? He's being publicly humiliated, mocked, memed into oblivion. He's in a very male-dominated sport with a lot of misogynistic fans who don't think that any man should ever beg for a woman. So all of his fans are like, you're not the CEO of your own empire and we don't like you. And then Wanda, I mean, her fire doesn't even just burn down her own mansion. Her sister's now getting a divorce from her husband, Jacob, who with the lookout. And Wanda is now humiliated. Everyone went to bat for Wanda. And then now they're like, you're just as dumb as we are, okay? We're all dumb. And now you're no longer the queen. We're all just dumb bitches, okay? So everything is just not a good time. Not a good time. And so for the next year, we're in
But we still have like 4 or 5 years to go. So what happens after that?
like a up, down. Where if Wanda is happy with her relationship with Icardi, it's more posts in the private jet, family above all, you know, posting romantic smooches under the Eiffel Tower. And then he's following a lot of people when their relationship is good. And then you can tell when it's bad because it goes back to just following Wanda. It's like up and down. And people are like, oh my God. At this point, there was like one gossip column who was doing updates on their relationship nonstop based off of their Instagram post. And it was like, update 437 of like what's happening with Wanda and Icardi. But by mid 2022, Wanda moves back to Argentina so that she can be on the Masked Singer, like Argentina's version of the Masked Singer. And she starts like posting with this one guy, El Gante.
Really? This is who's she's going to move on to next? Really?
It's like, I guess, Argentina's version of a SoundCloud rapper. It's not like that there's no rappers in Argentina, but he has a very specific vibe that can only really be compared to like an American SoundCloud rapper.
Okay.
So obviously much smaller, and it's kind of a sub-genre. Like, he does like kind of a sub-genre of music, and it's certain beats mixed with certain type of cultural references, and it's like the polar opposite of a polished millionaire footballer lifestyle that Wanda is living in.
Right, okay.
So she's like constantly posting with him. And everyone thought
That's like way too close. Like, there's personal space invasion.
it was just a marketing stunt for the entire show. But by the end of 2022, paparazzi photos leak of them kissing. But they still continue to insist that they're just friends. I don't know how that's possible. But they're like, we're just...
How do you just kiss your friend? Huh? How does that happen? Question mark. So what's going to go on here? So she gets with that guy, that original guy, who seems to just be whatever, right? It's just a dude. Then she, I'm not going to say groomed, because groomed is a strong word, right? But she hooks up with Icardi. we're just gonna assume that happened. Like they were messing around while she was with her husband. So Icardi comes into home wrecks and steals the wife? Question mark. Then, Wanda's semi-friend comes in and tries to steal her new husband Icardi from her? Question mark. Doesn't successfully do it though, right? Because they're still together. Because he, I guess, wants to stay with Wanda. He doesn't want to get with I was calling her Suarez, but we're just referring to her as China, right? So, he didn't want to get, I guess, switched to China. I mean, that would be a really bad idea to do that when you already have this life with Wanda, and possibly your own. His only wife, right? Because he got with her when he was 19, so he was a bit too young to have like a previous wife. So it's like the only wife you've ever known. So why would you switch? Why would you even cheat to begin with, right? But still. But now Wanda is now back on that lifestyle, it seems, and is cheating on Icardi with this human being we're going to refer to him as. I mean, it's just one big mess. It's just all messy, not to like, no, not to be punny with it, right? Because we're talking about soccer, and we're saying messy, but it's just so messy. Like, how bad can you feel for Wanda after she, allegedly cheated on her first husband with Icardi? Though, I mean, Icardi is a bad guy, right? You knew that from the get-go, right? He stole someone's wife and looks like an F-boy and seems like he acts like an F-boy. So he's trash, right? I mean, she left her husband for trash. And her trash cheated, question mark, but she stayed with her trash, but now she's cheating on her trash with a guy who looked like trash, question mark. So this is just one cocktail of nonsense.
Friends, she's still married to Icardi. Then October 2022, they drop a music video. She's the main lead love interest in this music video. It's called The Last Romantic.
I don't even want to look at this.
And the chemistry in that video reportedly was so strong, Icardi books an unannounced flight from Paris to Argentina, shows up at Wanda's door in what can only be described as blind unannounced rage. That's what reports.
Blind unannounced
so
rage.
Like, is she separated? Are they getting a divorce? Like, the status has been changing every single week. We don't.
It kind of just seems like you did it first, so I get to do it now.
And according to Yanina, who has been very factual throughout all of this, the gossip columnist, and like the reporter, she's saying, they were together. Icardi and Wanda were having a rough spot. She got together with the rapper Elgante, and then her parents don't like, her mom doesn't approve, her sister doesn't approve, even her longtime hairdresser and close friend doesn't approve. Like,
I don't know any of these people. I don't even approve. Question mark. I mean, dump Icardi in the trash, but like this guy is who you're replacing him with.
Nobody approves. They staged an intervention, and Icardi, he's
like, maybe he's an okay guy, right? We're just judging a book by its cover, but still.
Turning the kids against her to stop this romance because he doesn't approve of Elgante. Everybody's trying to stop this romance. So finally, Wanda's like, you know what? Fine. I'm not gonna do it anymore. So then, they're back together again, it seems. So they get back together.
I mean, like, you can dump him in the trash, but I think, like, again, assuming that her first husband wasn't a terrible person, question mark, the 5 out of 10 messy for him, that just like get remarried to him.
Early 2023. And for the next year, it's up and down, up and down. We don't know what's going on, up and down. New cryptic Instagram post, new crying post, new jet post, up and down, up and down. July 2024, Elgante chooses violence.
Okay, 2024. Elgante? Is that who we're talking about?
Cryptic Instagram post, new crying post, new jet post, up and down, up and down. July 2024, Elgante chooses violence.
Is that the rapper's name? Like, that's actually his name?
He doesn't just release a new song, he releases it with, you guessed it, China Suarez!
Oof. I don't know if I was going to think that. I was going to think maybe Wanda again, but no, with China, because like China's coming in. She has to have just take a piece of everything, right? Question mark.
The title of the song is called Cry Like a Repentant Man. And it's like a not so subtle dig at both Wanda and Icardi. So it's not just digging at Wanda, it's like about betrayal, regret, moving on. Like the shade is so thick that you can cut it with a knife. Elgante even has the audacity to tag Wanda in the Instagram story asking for forgiveness. Like, forgive me for this, because he's like, I know you're about to be so pissed off. Wanda plays the cool girl card and she's like, 0 resentment, I always forgive, right? But we all know that she's probably throwing her phone across the room. And then China goes on with some cryptic Instagram posts. She's like posting, ooh, I have so much I could say. Like, finally feeling like I want to talk now. And it's just getting messy all over again. We're rehashing the beef from 2021, now in 2024. And then days after Elgante and China's video drops, Wanda announces that she and Icardi are breaking up. This is their 7th public breakup since 2021. They've had
Okay, so 7 times they've said they're gonna break up and haven't.
like other breakups where it seems like they're falling off, and then but like seventh public, like, hey everyone, I would like you to know, and we're like, we don't want to know, we don't need to know, we don't want to know. And she posted, I decided to end it, but Icardi and I will continue to be a family. She said, giving it another go just didn't work, and everyone's like, we could have told you that like years ago, but
But giving it, what, 7 more goes? Yeah, again, you shouldn't have gotten with him in the first place, question mark, you know, because he was trying to steal you from someone else, and you should already have known from that point that, hey, this guy is trash, he's trying to steal from another man, so he probably is going to do something bad in the future, which he did, in fact, do with China. So, again, shouldn't have gotten with them in the first place, but then you can argue, well, I wouldn't have these 2 kids if I wouldn't get with them, so fine, whatever. Still should have, like, just gotten rid of them at the first sign of danger.
okay, whatever. And so some people are commenting, see you in 3 months. See you in 3 months when you post another private jet pic with the whole family. And then by the end of 2024, pictures of Wanda and El Gante start to circulate on social media.
Old pictures?
Do I gotta keep watching this? Question mark. So he makes a diss video or whatever about you with China, and then all of a sudden you're just messing with him again out of nowhere. Can I stop watching this? This is just like, throw the whole video in the trash.
No, new ones.
Oh, so Wanda went back to the rapper.
Yeah, they're not just like hanging out.
It's so cringe, Jesus Christ.
They're looking very cozy. Okay, like very cozy. And then this is where it blows up. So November 2024, they go on an Instagram live, El Gante and Wanda. And El Gante says, we've been celebrating 3 years as a couple today. Do the math.
Right.
He tells the audience, do the math.
Oh, shit.
If you do the math,
Yeah.
they were together when Wanda did that interview with Susanna saying that she's gonna be with Icardi. What the fuck is happening? She's been with El Gante this whole time?
She's living a double life.
So people are like, what is happening? This live is the catalyst for Icardi's total meltdown. He goes from desperate to scary overnight. Within 48 hours, Icardi flies to Argentina, literally squats in Wanda's apartment. And some people say it was like a siege. He had to get evicted from Wanda's apartment. It was like
Oh,
a
he has
whole
no
thing.
idea.
Yeah, I think he didn't know.
Oh, so you're saying Wanda has been cheating the whole time?
That's what El Gante is alleging.
Oh, shit.
He's been cheating
She's
the
been
whole
playing
time.
5D chess. Oh, shit.
Allegedly, while she's doing this interview of like, we're gonna be together. And so he's like, what the fuck? He flies from Paris to Argentina.
But what? Okay, but you're saying the rapper is doing the live with Wanda.
Yeah, and she's just like, you're so dumb. She's like, oh my God, you're so dumb.
That's crazy. Why would they say that?
I
though?
don't know.
They know what's gonna come after
Yeah.
this.
And so later in another interview, Wanda reveals the details, and they're terrifying. Okay, this, if it's true, it's really bad. Wanda said that Icardi locked her in a dressing room so that she couldn't leave and told her that they need to fix things. He allegedly threatened if she didn't see him, he would show up with China, wherever China was, and kiss her publicly.
What? Just pulling China into this? Who said China would even agree to that?
So like, it's not like abusive or anything, but okay, locking her in the room is abusive.
Yeah, I mean, yes it is.
But also like, Wanda has said a lot of shit that is not true. So like, I don't know what's true. Okay. So she's just like, it was terrifying. Like, he locked me in the room. He's like, we gotta figure this out. And if you don't want to figure it out, I'm gonna go make out with China.
Again, like, assuming China would even agree to that.
She said it was a freaking nightmare. She also said that he called her phone 700 times that week. She didn't answer.
We got the tea on that? Can we see the 700 receipts?
He started sending threatening messages to her mom, her best friend, hairdresser, and confidant. Her
I'm not, like, dismissing that. Dismissing it. What is dismissing? Dismissing. Jesus Christ. I'm not dismissing that. I'm just like, I want to actually see the 700 calls.
sister, just the ultimatum was, if Wanda doesn't come, if Wanda doesn't want to talk to me, I am going to go to China and make out with her.
Again, will she even agree to that, or is she going to say, screw off?
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because, like, how can people be so messy? Every single one of them is so messy. How is Maxi Lopez the least messy? How is Messi the least messy? Never.
Yeah, again, like, should have just gone back to that guy.
Messi in the room with us?
Should it have not left him in the first place?
See, they couldn't be messy, so they decided to be messy.
That's good.
Why did you?
No, that's good. That's
Okay, and then hits the fan. November 28th, 2024. There's a restaurant. It's like a trendy dining district along the river in Buenos Aires, and a lot of celebrities go there to be seen. So, it's like if celebrities go to certain places in LA, you're not going there to be low-key and hide out. You're being there to be paparazzi'd. It's like the ultimate party scene. And Wanda and El Gante are at one table together, being very public about their quote-unquote friendship, okay?
What you mean making out? Is China and Icardi going to show up? Icardi and China. I see China here, so yeah, Icardi and China.
And then, like, another table nearby, Icardi is sitting there with his friend. 2 tables from Icardi is
China?
China.
Oh no, she's by herself.
Is this
Okay.
real?
And
No
so-
fucking way.
So Wanda,
Is it a coincidence?
seems like, I don't know if it was like Wanda showed up, so then Icardi showed up, and then Icardi called China and was like, you better show up. I don't know. And China was like, you know what? This woman ruined my life, so I'm going to show up.
crazy.
I don't know if it was like that.
I don't know if Wanda ruined China's life. I think China is just cruising, living her life as a evil, wicked witch? Question mark. I don't know what we could call her. I mean, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like,
That
I think
was really
she's
good.
just being
Are the
herself.
paparazzis like foaming at their mouth?
Yes, yes.
Like
And
they're
so
thinking like which table to shoot, right?
at one point, Wanda walks straight up to China's table and says, you get in your El Gante, and what Pampita did to you is nothing compared to what I'll do to you if you stay in my life.
Oh.
I wouldn't be threatened at all. Honestly, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be threatened.
And China ends up in tears. Wanda's storming out, and
Really?
Icardi is just
China, you're supposed to be the evil one. What do you mean you're crying? You should have been able to tank that, no problem.
sitting there laughing.
What?
Ends up in tears. Wanda's storming out, and Icardi is just sitting there laughing.
He's laughing at all this? What is going on? Is he hurt at all, or is he just like here for the drama and doesn't actually care what's happening? Because he's a homewrecker. Like, don't forget that. So maybe he just loves what's happening because it's just drama and he doesn't care about anybody. Like, that's the actual M. Night Shyamalan twist, is that he doesn't actually care that Wanda's cheating or was cheating or any of the stuff with China. He just loves what's happening because it's all crazy. He just loves the chaos.
This is iconic.
So then the very next morning, Icardi has to go to
Iconic, question mark.
court for a psychological evaluation.
Iconic.
So then the very next morning, Icardi has to go to court for a psychological evaluation. I think it was like part of their divorce. Allegedly, he shows up drunk. But guess who's driving?
Who's driving
Him
Icardi?
to court.
The brother-in-law.
China Suarez.
Yeah, of
So
course.
he's back with China?
They don't publicly say it at that time, but China Suarez is driving him. Yeah.
What is happening?
Yeah, December 2024, Wanda goes up on a talk show and says, our marriage is legally done for. And that same month, she leaks the 2018 message archives. These are messages between her and China, where China was fangirling over Wanda. So this is when everything is going well with Icardi and Wanda. And China is messaging Wanda, like talking about how her kids are so pretty, even talking about her own scandal. So China is like, you know, the whole avocado and blanket incident. She's like, you know,
You know, she's just premeditating her plan to try to steal Icardi.
Peta is, she wanted to kill me. She makes the other woman look crazy. That, it's like another firing squad of people on the internet getting re-mad, even though everybody's broken up. Like her and Icardi are broken up.
Yeah.
She's now with El Gante, but these screenshots, people are like, I freaking knew it. Like, she's always been crazy. It just becomes this huge unraveling up until January 2025. Icardi has filed multiple lawsuits in Milan claiming that Wanda, quote, stole 7 million euros from their joint bank account. And Wanda fired back with accusations of domestic harassment and financial control. They had this huge courtroom battle. May 2025, Wanda came in with this all pink Lamborghini dressed in a
Sure. I want to know if, you know what would make this just crazy, like the cherry on the cake, if China shows up and steals I don't know what his name. I want to say Little Gigante, but it's not Gigante. It's a little smaller than that. Smaller word than Gigante, but we're gonna call him Gigante. If she comes in and steals him, even though it's like I'm just like, get this guy away from me. But it'd be funny if that's like just extending this ladder of nonsense, is that China comes in and steals him, because that's her main goal in life.
in a suit. Like, I love when celebrities go to court for divorce, for things like divorce, okay? I always feel like they're cosplaying with a suit in their pink Lamborghini. Like, the pink Lamborghini is a lot to show up in court. And like, the suit was giving like very high fashion suit. It wasn't like a lawyer suit. It was like, it was like the oversized baggy blazer with a baggy tie, the glasses, the hair, and like the pencil, like that kind of vibe. I love it, okay? I live for these moments. When it's divorce. Not that I want divorce, but like when it's not criminal court, okay? Continuing. Then Icardi, in this whole courtroom battle, alleges that she was sleeping with another one of his teammates. We don't know if this is true, but...
Huh? Oh, Icardi is saying Wanda was sleeping with someone else on top of this.
In this whole courtroom battle, alleges that she was sleeping with another one of his teammates. We don't know if this is true, but...
It's in her wheelhouse, question mark, since she did that to her first husband with him, so it's safe to say that she could do it again, question mark.
Yeah.
So all of them are messy.
Oh yeah, but none of them play like Messi, so... Yeah, all of them are messy. And while all of this is happening, there is a post that goes live of Icardi hugging China. And the caption is, they say the best stories begin when you least expect them. Who knows? It's a matter of destiny. That destiny that...
Is Icardi saying this? Because like, he needs to shut up.
finds a way to bring the two people together no matter how much time passes or how many paths must be traveled, because there are encounters that seem written in the stars. Today, I don't need any more signs. I know that with you, I am where I should be.
Bruh.
And however, China does a follow-up Instagram post, and because pettiness can never leave, she doesn't do like a dedicated post for Icardi. She posts pictures of her hugging Wanda and Icardi's daughters, wrapped in her arms, smiling at the camera like a fresh family portrait. And then she writes in text, "Love always triumphs over hate," positioning herself as love and Wanda as hate. She is Wanda-ing Wanda. No, she is the Icardi. No, I don't even know.
Oh, she's losing the plot here. That is some evil nonsense, right? But it's the same thing. This is just a circle. Because I mentioned in the first video, Icardi with Wanda, and in that group like family photo of all of them with the kids, right? Those kids are not even like his. Those are the first husband's kid. It's like this feels gross? Question mark. Even though if it wasn't like intended to be gross, it just feels gross. But this is intentionally malicious, and thus is gross. Like she's intentionally doing this to be evil, and it's weird that the kids are in on it or accepting it. Like, do they not like Wanda? Why would they do this to her unless they don't understand that this picture is something being done to be malicious? Like, do they actually really like China? Is China forcing them to take this picture? Like, this is like just a lot of layers to this.
Icardi'd. No, hold on. Icardi'd Maxi Lopez. China Suarez Icardi'd Wanda. A lot of comments are like, if he only spent all this energy on the field, he could have been. But instead, yeah. So this is where we are at now. Not over. I forgot to tell you the craziest thing. After China and
I was gonna say there's still 5 minutes. I mean, less than that because it's sped up, but 5 minutes.
Icardi decide that they're going to start publicly dating. Wanda hits them with some receipts. She's like, "Oh, love, you were falling in love with China? Let me tell you what was happening while you were falling in love with China. In fact, let me tell everybody what was happening." She posts these very intimate text messages between her and Icardi, where Icardi is mass texting Wanda. "This is how I want to put you and fuck you completely, winky face. The way you like it, exclamation, 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 exclamation. And I know you're dying for it too. For fucking me, and everything. Everything, okay? But you play crazy. You act offended. You act mean with me, exclamation, exclamation." Wanda hasn't responded. Exclamation, exclamation. "Will you give me a chance, question mark, because I want to fuck you and fill you completely with, I want to fill your hamburger with my milk." And then she doesn't respond.
That literally is a hamburger emoji, Jesus Christ.
"Will you let me, question mark, question mark, question mark. Will you let me, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark." And then she doesn't respond.
This stupid emoji. I hate this emoji. Because I know someone who uses it all the time and is like, oh my god, I hate you.
She doesn't respond. A day later, he texts again. "Will you let me, question mark, question mark, question mark."
Bro, he's crashing out.
So then everyone starts. It's a new sitcom. Icardi has been cast as a glass of milk and Wanda's a hamburger.
Like AI.
People are photoshopping that. And it's just fucking everywhere. People start getting videos of Icardi playing soccer, but they turn him into a glass of milk, just scoring goals. It's just like so embarrassing. People are like, what is happening right now? And people start doing, you know, the meme right now that's really big, where it's where someone is like dressed like an old poet and they're writing like Shakespearean texts. And people are like, "This is Icardi, how you felt about himself writing those messages. Let me fill your whole hamburger with milk." And it's like an old poet. And then in
I feel like hamburger's not a good analogy for, you know what, like, don't use the word hamburger for that.
In the end of 2025, Wanda drops a commercial. This is huge. The timing is pure poison. So by this point, Wanda is not trying to get with Icardi. She's just exposing him. Like, while you're talking to China, falling in love with China, guess you were also in my messages. Now, a random person goes rogue. There's a model by the name of Natasha Ray, and she claims around this time that Icardi had slid into her DMs in 2021. So when he's like back together with Wanda, and he was sending all these messages, and one of them happened to be a picture of his peen, and she's like, well, and he's got a ton of tattoos, so we could actually like do the identification work. Yeah, it's like basically taking a nude with your face in it, because if you've got tattoos and your tattoo is in the nude, you might as well put your face in it. And it was very a lot of people who Yanina is like, it's him, you know, it's him. Everyone's like, it's him. And he was exposing very little.
Very little what? His peen?
They said his peen is very little.
Oh.
They said his peen is very little, like a little peanut. Okay, so people started nicknaming him, which translates to the Peanut Man, because he's got a little peanut. So Wanda, being the tactical genius that she is, she decides that she's going to do, this is around the time that everyone is like, oh my god, he's got a little peanut, but he's also busy posting pictures of him and China moving in together. Like, it's getting really serious. And like, you know that really famous peanut brand in America? Like with the Peanut Man?
Yeah, Peanut Man, yeah.
There's
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, you know, the guy with the monocle and all that.
Argentinian counterpart to it.
Uh-huh.
And Wanda does an ad with peanut butter. And she's just snacking on tiny, little, barely there peanuts. And she just deadpan looks into the camera and says, I know a secret. Okay? So, yeah, so she basically is saying, yeah, and that is where we are at.
I just know this is so not over.
I mean, there must be something else to him though. Like if we're gonna be like making fun of him about that, but you still stay with him for so long, and you literally left your husband, your first husband, who seemed like a perfectly fine person compared to everybody else in this story, for this dude. So there must be something else that's okay about this guy. I mean, the problem is that maybe just Wanda's just crazy, right? And then China too, as well, to beginning with this guy, but like everyone is just nuts in this story and is not a good person, except for we were calling Maxie. I don't know what his name was, except for him. But that's just like I don't know if he did anything about it. We don't really have enough information on him, so I just have to assume he's just a normal guy until proven otherwise. You know, he's innocent until proven guilty.
So not over.
None of them are taking a break from this.
No, it'll never be over.
Like, they're gonna spin around and someone's gonna get Uno reverse.
Yeah, I'm telling you, China's gonna try to steal that rapper, and that's gonna be gross.
Icardi, but
I feel like Maxi Lopez has to start dating.
Make a return.
Make a return.
China.
Yes.
Icardi start dating.
Like Wanda needs to get back with Maxie.
El Gante.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say Gigante. China's gonna steal Gigante from Wanda, and they're gonna stick together. And then Wanda and Icardi are just gonna be single, and they're gonna have nothing else to do. And then Wanda's gonna run back to Maxie, and then Icardi's just gonna be in the trash.
Like there's gonna be another rendition. There's gonna be
So maybe Maxie has a wife and is just living it up. Maybe that's not gonna happen unless Wanda's somehow able to like home wreck his new marriage. I don't know.
another part 3. Just stay tuned because there's no way this is over. Let me know in the comments. What are your thoughts? Who is the chess master here? Who got chess mastered and who is the chess master? Because I don't even know at
I
this
think
point.
Wanda definitely is
She's
taking
the chess
crown.
master. Because if she really was dating El Gante this whole time,
Yeah.
that's peak insane chess mastery.
Yeah. And then that peanut commercial.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah. Let me know in the
Yeah,
comments.
that was kinda
I'll
cringe,
see you
in my
the
opinion.
next one. Bye.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend? Maybe? Question mark. I believe that is going to be that for today. Oh, my model like just died because the video was lighting up. Because I don't have the lights on in here because it's actually it kind of bothers me to have the like lamp on when I'm doing this, so I haven't had it on today. So now that the screen's not bright, the model can't see. I'll turn it on real quick just so it doesn't do that. There. But yeah, that's gonna be it for that. I mean, this is just crazy. Again, I wanted to leave once we introduce El Gigante, because I'm just like, ew. Oh, we have Maxie here. We can like end on. Oh, where is that picture? It was supposed to be here, right? I saw it here. There we go. Just, is this a wholesome picture? I'm assuming he's on some sort of cooking show in this picture. Yeah, it's just like crazy nonsense. I need to hurry up and upload this though. It's 7:40 when I'm like right now. This video needs to go up in 20 minutes, so I probably should just end it like real quick, and then I can hurry up and upload it. I don't know if I have anything else to say about this. All you can say is it's messy, right? As punny as that is, it's just messy. This is just dirty, messy nonsense. Question mark. Yeah, we can go ahead and just end already. So yeah, cuties, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers, think about becoming a member, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so working on watch time and subscribers, and don't forget we have a throne now as well. And shout out to the members, EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and alexgkiller 880. But yeah, cuties, thanks for watching. Tune to the next episode. Like, subscribe, hype. Don't forget to hype. And comments. You know the do. See ya.